This video right here is a response to a brother who I'm doing business with at the moment, right now. This whole entire video is for only one person who I'm doing this transaction with. It's going to be brought up in the future, but I just need y'all to understand with full disclosure about what I'm bringing to the table. The title of this video today is called Schedule D. Many of you guys who don't know about it, or who do know about it, understand that it's a tax form that deals with profits and losses, right? And a company can file it quarterly, daily, weekly, yearly, however they want. If they ever acquire assets, as far as like capital gains, or if they ever took a loss, right? And they can write off on it, right? Now, people ask, like, what's the whole purpose of understanding this form? This form is a legal loophole and remedy on how a lot of people can make transactions with a fiduciary agent, and they able to write off on those purchases. A schedule D is in place for any time that the company doesn't make profit or doesn't make the money off the amount. They can write all that off using a Schedule D, and it can eliminate the factors of a 1099A. It can eliminate the factors of a 1099 OID, because what you are doing is you are changing the element on what we was taught versus what is actually going to be done for the betterment. So this is how this whole process works. You see a car, right? Say if the person you're dealing with owns a dealership, his own mortgage company, his own real estate company. So you do the transaction where you got the borrower, and you also got the seller. So the seller right now, he got the dealership, he got the car lot, right? And he got something called a floor line, right? A floor plan. A floor plan is pretty much a line of credit that can that the major companies who sell the cars can give you throughout the times of you being a dealer. So if you got a contract with Ford, you got a floor plan. You got a contract with Toyota, you get all floor plans, lines of credit. So if you was in contact with a dealer, what they can do is they can give you a car and write it off on a Schedule D. And what you can give them in return is a promissory note. Do not overcomplicate a promissory note. It's only a template that you write on paper for the full amount and the full satisfaction of the payment of debt. And also, a company can transfer that amount and write that off on a Schedule D. So the transaction will go like this. You got the dealer, you got the borrower, right? The dealer is filing on behalf of the transaction. He's not even dealing with the borrower. The borrower / beneficiary. He's only dealing with the transaction. So if he wanted a 2022, say Tesla, or whatever the case might be, right? And he wants to transact that business agreement, and what the person can do is he can write the full amount off on the Schedule D. So if he wanted $150,000 or $200,000 for it, that's how much the promissory note will have to be written out for. And if he write that promissory note, that is proof, just in case you was ever audited by the IRS, just in case they tried to charge you with any fraudulent activities, you would know you within all of your legal realms to do so. So the Schedule D is pretty much set up where if a company doesn't take profits in that whole transaction, is considered a loss. Anytime a company don't even make a penny of their profit, it's a loss. So if I got a $300,000 building, you pay me $300,000 for the whole building. I broke even, but at the same time, in the corporate eyes, that's a loss. Or even if I sold a building for $299,000, but I bought it for $300,000, that's a loss. And trust me, they take all of it. They don't take, I just want my dollar back, or I want $500 back. They want the whole damn $300,000. And these are legal loopholes that a lot of people can discover down the way. We went through the 1099 process. That didn't work. We see everything how it's functioning, but the more closer we get to understand how the tax system works, that's when we be better off to understand that it's not about what you know sometimes, it's about who you know. And I found somebody who has a dealership, somebody that has their own floor plan line of credit with these companies like Toyota, Tesla, and all that. So since he has this line of credit, he can utilize me as a beneficiary, right? But at the same time, I am teaching him because he taught me something I wasn't even thinking about. And it's not a Schedule C, it's a Schedule D. It's a difference. All right.